Welcome to ATC Life Builders, where we seek to discover, develop, and optimize our lives. I'm your host, James Oviedo. In today's episode, we'll cover the effectiveness of affirmations and why they might not work if prior negative experiences haven't been addressed. We're going to dive into some thought-provoking insights about how unhealed past trauma can act as a roadblock to your personal growth. Have you ever felt like positive affirmations just aren't cutting it for you? Well, you're not alone. We'll discuss the critical importance of clearing the mental clutter from past pain and why this is essential to truly reap the benefits of positivity practices. Stay tuned as we delve deep into these crucial topics and learn how to create the right environment within our minds for positive change to flourish. Positive affirmations are frequently touted as powerful tools for transforming our lives. The idea is simple. By repeating positive statements, we can shift our mindset, attract abundance, and achieve our goals. Many self help experts, motivational speakers, and life coaches advocate for daily affirmations as a cornerstone of personal development. However, have you ever felt like you're saying all the right affirmations, but nothing seems to change? You're not alone. Many people diligently repeat their positive mantras, yet find their lives remain stubbornly stuck in the same old patterns. This raises an important question. Why don't affirmations always work? The main issue lies in the unacknowledged baggage that many of us carry. Affirmations don't take into account the negative experiences and traumas that people have accumulated over the years. These can include anything from childhood adversity, such as neglect or bullying, to more severe instances of physical, verbal, or sexual abuse. When we haven't addressed these underlying issues, they act like mud stuck to our shoes, weighing us down, no matter how fervently we try to sprint forward. Until you can courageously and honestly view what happened inside of you with a non judgmental attitude, you won't be able to see the truth about your predicament. One of the reasons most of us will deny our childhood experiences and feelings is because we love and respect our parents. And at that unconscious level, you see them as perfect. Sadly, in some instances, such as in my experience, parental imperfections were blatantly obvious and can leave a terrible program on your slate. I didn't have the best model, but in my experience, I had to explore, learn, and heal to see my lessons with love, compassion, and understanding. Remembering how you truly felt as a child and learning how to feel and process your feelings using your adult powers is a major healing attention of self-mastery leadership process. Once you've learned how to surface and express your true feelings, you will free yourself from the past. You will no longer be carrying unfinished emotional business from the past into the present. The past will no longer contaminate your present. This will free large amounts of your life force energy you can then use to empower yourself and others. There's a lost child inside of ourselves that we must learn to parent the rest of our lives. Facing the truth of your past allows you to heal and forgive yourself as well as others. Frozen emotions from deep resentment keep you attached to your past hurt. Unless you release those negative emotions, they will cause you to recycle the same painful feelings and situations over and over again, causing you to ask the question, why is this happening to me again? We covered part of this in our podcast titled, When Life Seems Unfair. Failure to hold off to your negative feelings is that you remain emotionally connected to your past hurts. As long as you spend energy secretly hating your caretakers or being afraid of them, you will remain attached to them. This provides you with an excellent excuse for not growing up emotionally. Forgiveness is spiritual self-protection. Forgiveness enables you to divorce yourself from the shaming voices of your internalized, fear-based ego thoughts. Forgiveness is a self-healing technique that will help you feel good again. In addition to forgiveness, you will need to learn how to fill your emotional dependency needs. As you do this, you will actually begin to feel self-empowered. This opens up the necessary space for you to be able to identify more with your inner self and less with your ego. As a result of shifting your identification from ego to self, you can finally begin to have a healthy relationship with your parents, family, and the world in general. As children, we needed our parents' love, nurturing, and emotional maturity to make us feel safe, sane, and secure. We are children that have gone from needing our parents' love to needing God's love, and sometimes seeking approval where we can get it. From wanting toys to wanting inner peace and emotional serenity, as adults, it is our own responsibility to fill our own emotional dependency needs. In order to spiritually heal, you'll need to see the whole truth as it is without judgment, regrets, or shame. Self mastery is about appropriate thinking, not premature positive thinking. The trap that people fall into is that they try to prematurely think positively to deny their pain. Many people who have had a negative, pain riddled childhood are attempting to suppress their pain through premature positive thinking chants, such as thinking or saying, I feel great, when they are actually living a life of quiet desperation. Let's consider the nature of these unaddressed experiences. These are not just fleeting bad memories that we can easily brush off. They are deeply ingrained patterns that shape how we see ourselves and the world around us. When you tell yourself, I am worthy, but deep down you feel a sense of unworthiness stemming from past verbal abuse, there's a discord. This inner conflict dilutes the power of your affirmations. Positive affirmations assume that we're starting from a clean slate where all negative past experiences have already been resolved. This is often not the case. For many, the slate is cluttered with unresolved pain, loss, and dysfunctional experiences. Imagine trying to plant a beautiful garden on a patch of land filled with rocks, weeds, and debris. No matter how good the seeds are, they simply can't thrive. Affirmations can feel like we're trying to plaster something beautiful over something ugly and hoping it sticks. For a while, you might feel a temporary uplift the way a fresh coat of paint can make an old wall look good for a bit. But eventually, if the underlying structure is cracked and unstable, that paint will start to peel, revealing the underlying issues once again. Moreover, the frustration that arises when affirmations don't work can actually make things worse. It's like adding insult to injury. You're not only dealing with the original issues, but now you also feel like a failure for not being able to think positively enough to change your reality. Every affirmation that doesn't manifest feels like another strike against your ability to create a better life. This doesn't mean affirmations are inherently bad or useless. It means that, like any tool, they need the right conditions to work optimally. For affirmations to be truly effective, it is crucial first step to address and heal past traumas and negative experiences. This clears the mind slate and sets a solid foundation upon which positive affirmations can build. Think about it like this. Before constructing a building, we need to ensure that the ground is solid. If there are any issues with the foundation, they must be resolved first to prevent future problems. The same principle applies to positive affirmations. We need to dig deep, clear out the emotional rubble, and build a stable foundation for mental and emotional health. So while it's fantastic to repeat, I'm confident, I'm successful, or I'm loved, it's equally important, if not more so, to first acknowledge and work through any internal resistance rooted in past experiences. Seek ways to heal those old wounds, whether it's through therapy, counseling, journaling, or other methods of emotional work. Once you've done the inner work to clean your slate, those positive affirmations have fertile ground to take root and flourish. In essence, affirmations are a wonderful tool for personal transformation, but they are just one part of a much larger picture. To experience their true efficacy, make sure that your inner landscape is prepared and aligned for the growth that you seek. Only then will the positive affirmations not just be words we say, but truths that we live out. Imagine trying to paint on a canvas that's already filled with old, unfinished paintings. The new colors and design won't stand out. They'll get lost in the chaos of the old. That's exactly what happens to our minds when we try to layer positive affirmations over unresolved traumas and negative experiences. Without clearing the old, we can't make space for the new. In today's discussion, let's talk about the importance of having a clean slate. when it comes to incorporating positive affirmations into our lives. Our minds are like that cluttered canvas. Over the years, we've accumulated a variety of experiences, some good, so many of them painful. These experiences leave marks. Without addressing and healing these marks, we can't expect to truly benefit from new positive practices like affirmations. Imagine every thought and memory as a brushstroke. If your past is filled with strokes of pain, loss, and dysfunction, these colors will dominate your mental canvas, overshadowing any new strokes of positivity. For affirmations to work effectively, we need to acknowledge these old brushstrokes. They can't just be painted over. They need to be understood and processed. Addressing past traumas isn't just a suggestion, it's a necessity. Think about it. If you're trying to convince yourself that you're worthy and capable, but there's a voice in your head from a past experience screaming that you're not, whose voice do you think is louder? The unhealed trauma will always have the upper hand. Clearing your mind doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means coming to terms with it. It's about recognizing the effects these experiences have on you and working actively to heal. Only then can you begin to paint a new picture of your life with affirmations that hold real weight. A clean slate allows affirmations to become more than just words. When your mind isn't cluttered, you can truly internalize positive statements and begin to see their transformative power. Remember, a cluttered mind is like a cluttered room. It's hard to find peace or clarity amidst the chaos. Healing past traumas often involves seeking professional help. Therapists are trained to help us navigate these murky waters. They can provide the tools and strategies we need to clear our mental clutter. Additionally, practices like mindfulness and journaling can be incredibly effective in processing past experiences. Mindfulness helps us stay present. It allows us to acknowledge our past without getting lost in it. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, which is crucial for healing. Journaling, on the other hand, provides a safe space to explore our emotions. Writing about our experiences can help us make sense of them and see them from a different perspective. It's a way of decluttering our minds one word at a time. The journey to a clean slate isn't easy. It involves confronting painful memories and feelings we've kept buried. But consider it as spring cleaning for your mind, a necessary step to make room for new growth. As we work through our past, we also need to be patient with ourselves. Healing isn't linear. There will be ups and downs, but every step forward brings us closer to the clear mind we need for affirmations to truly take root. Revisiting difficult memories and confronting past can be daunting, but it's essential for personal growth. This level of self examination and healing takes courage, time, and effort, but it's incredibly rewarding. Affirmations, when laid upon a clean slate, have the power to genuinely transform our reality. They help us build a new narrative for ourselves, a narrative we can actually believe because there's no past clutter detracting from it. So before you embark on a journey of positive affirmations, take a moment to assess your mental canvas. Are you still haunted by old unfinished paintings of pain and loss? If so, that's okay. Recognize them, work through them, and then with a clean slate, begin to paint the picture of the life you truly want. The transformation comes not just from adding positive elements, but from first clearing out the negative ones that no longer serve us. Only then can we fully embrace the power of positive affirmations and move forward with a mind that is ready for new, beautiful brushstrokes. Thank you for joining me in exploring the importance of a clean slate. Let's take the understanding forward and make space for beautiful affirmations waiting to transform our lives. When we talk about the power of positive affirmation, there's often an assumption that everyone is starting from the same baseline. The truth is, many people are carrying heavy burdens from their past, physical, verbal, or even sexual abuse that remain unresolved. Now, this unhealed trauma can act as a significant barrier to transformation. No matter how many times we recite positive affirmations, imagine trying to plant new seeds in soil that already is overgrown with weeds. The seeds of positive change might get lost or fail to root entirely. The deep-seated trauma that many people experience functions much like these weeds, crowding the mental space necessary for new growth. Affirmations, while powerful in their own right, simply can't penetrate this deeply rooted pain without first being addressed. We've all heard the phrase, time heals all wounds, but this notion can be misleading. Time alone doesn't heal. It's what you do with that time that makes the difference. If past abuse and trauma have never been addressed, they can fester and affect every aspect of our lives, often in ways we don't readily recognize. For example, someone who has experienced verbal abuse may have internalized those hurtful words. This internalized negativity sets a subconscious script that runs contrary to any positive affirmations it might try. Telling yourself that you're deserving and lovable will be met with resistance if a part of you still believes the cruel words said about you in the past. The mind and the heart need to be in sync for affirmations to truly work. But unresolved trauma keeps them disjointed. Then there's the complexity of physical and sexual abuse, which can leave scars deeper than we might ever want to admit. The trauma can create barriers of shame, fear, mistrust that are incredibly difficult to break down. Positive affirmations might feel more like hollow words than transformative statements because the unhealed trauma remains a dominant force. One critical point to understand is that these past experiences aren't just memories that you can easily erase. They shape your self concept, your interactions with others, and the way you view the world. It's like having a constant shadow that influences everything, often without you even realizing it. So, what can be done? The first step is recognizing the impact of these past experiences. It's essential to acknowledge the hurt and to understand that it's okay to seek help. Therapy, for instance, provides a safe space to unpack these experiences and understand how they've shaped your current reality. Skilled therapists can offer techniques and frameworks to process and eventually heal from these traumas. Journaling can also be an effective tool. Writing about your past can help externalize the pain, giving it a form and making it easier to confront. When you put your thoughts and emotions into words, you start to see patterns and understand the triggers, which is the first step towards healing. Mindfulness practices can also help in making peace with past experiences. Practices like meditation and mindful breathing create space where you can observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. This observation can provide insights into how past traumas continue to affect you and offer a pathway to gradual release. Sometimes the process of clearing past traumas can feel overwhelming. It might even seem easier to bury these experiences rather than confront them. But the truth is, only by addressing and processing these painful parts of your past can you create the mental clarity and emotional openness necessary for affirmations to truly transform you. In summary, while positive affirmations can be a powerful tool for personal growth, they can't do the heavy lifting if your mind and heart are cluttered with unresolved past trauma. Comprehensive healing processes are crucial. This includes therapy, mindfulness, self reflection. By taking these steps, you pave the way for affirmations to work their magic, allowing you to transform into your best self. Remember, it's a journey. And while it might be challenging, it's one worth taking. Only when you've cleared the slate of past hurt can the true power of positive affirmations take root and flourish. Clearing mental clutter is essential for your personal growth journey, especially if you want to make those positive affirmations truly effective. We all carry some sort of mental baggage, whether it's from past traumas or daily stressors, but acknowledging it is the first step in letting go. So let's talk about practical methods to clear that clutter and make way for healthier, more constructive thought patterns. First up is therapy. Traditional therapy, whether it's one on one, group, or even family counseling, can be incredibly effective. A licensed therapist can help you unravel complex feelings and past experiences. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, for example, focuses on changing the thought patterns that contribute to your emotional difficulties. It's like having a guide to help you navigate through a maze of past pain and current challenges. Another effective method is EMDR, or eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. This is particularly useful for individuals who have experienced significant trauma. It helps your brain process and integrate traumatic memories, reducing their lingering impact. Next, let's explore journaling. This is a more personal and reflective way to untangle your thoughts. Think of your journal as a non judgmental friend who listens. Write down your feelings, experiences, and any emotional triggers you identify throughout the day. Over time, you'll start to see patterns and perhaps even solutions that weren't apparent before. You can also try specific types of journaling, like gratitude journaling, where you list things you're thankful for each day, or prompt driven journaling to explore particular areas of your past. Mindfulness practices are another powerful tool. Mindfulness is all about staying present and fully engaging with the here and now. It can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Simple practices like mindful breathing, meditation, or even mindful walking can help you center yourself. Mindfulness based stress reduction (MBSR) programs are specifically designed to reduce stress and improve emotional and psychological well being. When you practice mindfulness, you train your brain to focus on the present moment, which can significantly reduce the constant chatter and noise created by lingering past traumas. Let's also talk about holistic approaches like yoga and Reiki. Yoga combines possible physical postures, breathing exercises, and meditation for holistic well being. It's not just about flexibility, it's about integrating mind, body, and spirit. Regular practice can help you release stored tension and emotional residues. Similarly, Reiki, a form of energy healing, can help you balance your energy fields and promote emotional and physical healing. Even if you're skeptical about energy work, many find the experience soothing and grounding. Then there's the power of connection. Don't underestimate the importance of talking to friends, family, or a support group. Sometimes simply sharing your experiences out loud can be profoundly healing. It helps you feel less isolated and more understood. Support groups, whether in person or online, can provide a safe space to share and listen to others who have faced similar challenges. This sense of community can be incredibly validating and empowering. Another technique that can be beneficial is guided visualization. This involves picturing a peaceful scene or a scenario in your mind. For example, you might imagine yourself on a calm beach, hearing the waves and feeling the sand under your feet. Visualization can help your mind relax and let go of stress. It's an excellent way to take a mental time out and clear some of the clutter. And it's essential to focus on these mental and emotional practices. Don't forget the impact of physical health on your mental state. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep can profoundly influence your emotional well being. When your body feels good, your mind often follows suit. Physical activity specifically releases endorphins, the body's natural feel good chemicals, which can help combat anxiety and depressive thoughts. Lastly, sometimes clearing mental clutter means setting boundaries. Learn to say no to activities or relationships that drain your energy. It's okay to prioritize your mental health over social obligations or even certain work demands. To develop myself, I must not abandon myself or my values, and I must most often create alignment, agreement, and boundaries. This action protects my identity, which is my who, and supports my belief system, which is my what for existence, information that's connected to my behavior. By setting boundaries, you protect your space and energy, allowing you to focus more on healing and less on managing external stressors. Each of these methods contributes to clearing your mental state. By addressing past traumas and reducing the noise of mental clutter, you set a solid foundation for your positive affirmations to take root and to flourish. In summary, mental clutter can be a significant barrier to personal growth and the effective use of affirmations. By engaging in therapy, journaling, practicing mindfulness, and various holistic approaches, you can start to clear the clutter and create a fertile ground for new positive thought patterns to grow. Remember, healing is a journey and it requires time, patience, and persistence, but the results are profoundly worth it. Also, don't minimize or ignore the importance of having a coach or mentor that can assist you on your journey for self mastery. Don't hesitate to reach out to us here at ATC Life Builders if you don't have a life coach yet. Today, we explored why affirmations might not work without addressing past traumas and the importance of clearing mental clutter for personal growth. We discuss how unhealed negative experiences can hinder the effectiveness of positivity practices and emphasize the necessity of healing past pain to fully benefit from affirmations. We learned about the importance of forgiveness for ourselves and others, along with the responsibility for our own emotional dependency, as opposed to expecting someone else to meet your needs. Thanks for tuning into ATC Life Builders. Please remember to help our continued effort to bring teaching and understanding for a fulfilling life by following us on Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, Instagram, and Facebook. We hope you found these insights valuable. Remember to address past pain and keep moving forward with a clear mind. There's still a little child in us we need to be a parent to. Until the next time, take care.